Hello and welcome to another video. I am Becky and welcome to my channel. I actually put purple shampoo in my hair and it's made some bits of my hair so blonde, and then the rest of it looks quite dark considering, but anyway, never mind. So the thing that I really wanted to speak today about is self-worth. I just wanted to share one really valuable thing that can help you if you are feeling unworthy. Actually, I'll give you two. It was such a deep-rooted belief of mine that I really wanted to kind of really shift it, and so I went to a hypnotherapist, and I'll do a whole other video on hypnotherapy, but it's actually amazing because it really deals with your subconscious mind. So whereas your conscious mind is the forefront thing, you're very aware, you're very alert, and it's the things that where you consciously make decisions. Whereas your subconscious, that's the things that we're not always aware of and that aren't in our immediate awareness. Some things that we can pull up into our awareness, like a memory, but there are some things that we are totally unaware of. There are belief systems back there. There is emotions that have been repressed back there. There's so much in the subconscious mind. And in hypnotherapy, what it does is it puts you in such a relaxed state. And you're not like, oh, I'm going to control you. It's nothing like that. It's simply just you're in like a meditation state. You're just in a very relaxed state. And you can then speak to the subconscious mind and you can really shift those patterns and shift those beliefs. The conscious mind is always looking for logic. If you say something to the conscious mind, they might be like, well, that's not true, because it's false. It's false. Once you go into that relaxed state, the conscious mind is not there telling you those things, and therefore you can speak to the subconscious mind where your beliefs are and where you've made up these stories in your mind. So hypnotherapy is an incredible way if you really feel that you've got some deep-rooted things that you really want to shift. And because my experience with hypnotherapy was just amazing and really transformational and just helped me so much, I've decided that I want to kind of steer down that route. And so I'm getting certified at the moment to be a hypnotherapist and a life coach. So yeah, if that's something that kind of resonates with you, that you're kind of curious about, then I can recommend hypnotherapy, definitely. But the other thing, if that sounds a little bit like you're not sure, then the one thing that you could do from this video is just an exercise. I want you to think back to when you really felt unworthy for the first time. And I have to be honest, your brain is very clever, like it will suppress things and you may not be able to remember the very first time, but I can guarantee that you have some memory or some traumatic moment that really affected you and you kind of determined your self-worth and defined your self-worth from that moment. So maybe it's a moment with a parent, or maybe it's an ex relationship, or maybe it's a friendship situation like I did. Maybe it was at school or with teachers. There could be so many different things, but just after this video, just pause and sit with yourself for a moment and just try and think back to where you felt the most unworthy. And by just thinking about that situation and shining some light on it, you're actually able to shift your beliefs, just because at the moment these beliefs are happening autopilot. It's part of you. You're not even really aware of where these beliefs come from. But once you start realizing that they are just beliefs, they're not facts, you can then start to think, okay, and so therefore where did these beliefs originate from? And you can start just pulling it apart. And like I said, with mine, I did have a hypnotherapist to help me and guide me through this, but she really made me realise that we're all just trying to be happy and we all want to belong and we all want to be loved, and therefore it was not my fault. It was just they were projecting their fear onto me. And so if you've been through any hard experiences, perhaps those people were just acting from a place of fear. And actually, it wasn't anything to do with you. That you could have actually been anyone. And you were just there at that time, and they were just projecting their fears and their self-hatred or their unworthiness onto you. So by just becoming aware that actually that could have been anyone and you are worthy, that is the fact, but it's your belief system that's telling you you're not, you can start to pull away from that narrative. You can start to understand that, God, just because that happened, and not to undermine it, what I went through was traumatic and it really affected my life. So it's not to say, it's not to undermine your situation, but it's the flip side of it and reframing it and saying, but actually, isn't it crazy how I'm defining my whole self-worth on that situation or on a couple of situations? And on the grand scheme of things and the amount of situations that we go through, that one situation doesn't mean that we are unworthy of all other situations or of all other people or unworthy of love, or, we are worthy. We are worthy of love, of success, of family, of being happy, of having money, just everything. We are of being healthy, friendships. We are worthy of it all. So why do you feel unworthy? What are you not happy with? What experiences have you gone through that has led you to believe that you're not worthy? Just talk these things through aloud with yourself, and you can feel a bit silly doing it, but just when no one's around or in your room, or go on a walk and go somewhere where there's not many people, and just kind of say it out loud. Just say how you're feeling, what you're not happy with, why you feel unworthy. You can also write these things down, but it's all awareness. It's all starting to create that awareness of why you feel certain ways and where these things have come from. If that can be quite hard to think of, what is it that you feel that you need, or what is it that you feel like you're missing to feel worthy? If you can pinpoint that might help you with this exercise as well, because why are we only worthy when we have that thing or those things? Why can we not be worthy now? And again, it's our belief system that is telling us that we will be worthy once we have that thing, or once we've received that thing, or once we've gone through that experience. But actually, who said that? Who thinks that? And it's actually your own beliefs. And sometimes we can think it's what everyone else is thinking, and actually it's not what everyone else is thinking. Once you receive that thing, do you suddenly think that every single person around you is going to think you're hugely different? No. It's not going to change your self-worth. It's not going to change. That really is a belief system. And so if you believe that you will be worthy once you receive something, I can guarantee you won't. Maybe you'll feel disappointed that you haven't got that fulfilled, worthy feeling, and therefore then you'll look for the next thing and be like, oh, okay, well, it wasn't that I was looking for. I don't feel worthy now, so maybe it will be the next thing. And then it becomes a bit of a chase, that you're chasing the thing to feel worthy or to get appreciation or to feel validated by other people. But in true honesty, it's just validating yourself. It's just feeling worthy within you. And so whilst we want to experience growth and go through life's experiences It's very different enjoying something when you have peace within yourself than chasing something to feel better, to feel worthy, to feel validated, to feel accepted. So yeah, when you figure out at what point you decided that you weren't worthy, you can start pulling it apart and you can start shifting the story, changing the story, and it's something you can start working on. And like I said, there may be another situation that comes up in your life where your self-worth is tested. But again, it's awareness. And once you're aware and you think, hang on a minute, why do I feel unworthy? What is it in this situation? What is this reminding me of? And it's all the awareness, because awareness essentially stops the narrative. If you become aware of something, then you can stop it. You can be more in control of the situation. So yeah, it's not just to say like, ding, I feel worthy and I feel worthy all the time and I feel worthy of everything. That can come, but just understand and remember that we're like an onion and we've got layers. And like I said, these things are deep rooted in there. So just being able to look at one thing at a time and puzzling. And there's really no time limit for this work. There's no time limit for healing. There's no time limit for, working this stuff out. It is part of your journey and part of life and the way things are. So I really hope that helped some people. And please remember that I think self-worth is something that so many people struggle with, and you're not alone. I think sometimes when you feel that emotion and that feeling and that belief so intensely, you can really feel like you're the only one feeling that way, and that you feel like you're surrounded by loads of people that feel very worthy and very deserving, and they're getting all these things and achieving this and achieving that and doing all these life things. And, actually they can be feeling the same. And again, like I said, it could be that you feel unworthy in particular areas of your life, or perhaps it is generalized and it is kind of in every area. But just by understanding that it is a belief and that it's not the truth, and even though your mind might be saying, no, I feel this is the truth, otherwise why would this be happening, or why would that be happening? Our reality is just a reflection of our current state. So the things we have at the moment, we must feel deserving of on some kind of level. And if we don't feel deserving, sometimes we can have things and then we can self-sabotage and then we sort of lose them again. So perhaps that's happening for you. But just understand that it is all belief systems. And once you are open to that, you can start understanding where your beliefs have come from. You can understand the narrative from a different perspective now. And by doing that, you can shift and change your belief. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you have any questions, please reach out, or it'd be great to start getting some comments on some of my videos, and perhaps other people will be able to help you or share their stories. You can get me on Instagram, and this is a very new channel, so if you would like to subscribe, that would be really, really amazing. So thanks so much for watching, and take care.